problems of any person that is coming to you is also understanding and just listening to them without trying to give them solutions, which is something that I usually do because I'm a coach. So when any of you or my friends comes to me or my family comes to me and say, "Me, I have this problem," we want to fix it really quick, right? And we say, "Okay, how about this? Or take this. Let's go to this." Is sometimes the people is asking just for understanding, and sometimes you just need to stay with them, to listen to them and just say, "Okay, I understand your problem. What else is bothering you?" And that's it. Sometimes people want to be heard, like some people just want to, I mean, everyone wants to be understood without fixing the problem for them. Make sense? So just put on a chat box if you're going to try to do
Yes.
your best to just improve your relationships regards to understanding, because that's a really amazing skill, which is less about me. It's about how can I help my friends, how can I help my family, my colleagues, to understand them better, okay, without fixing them. That's really important. Sometimes people just want to be, okay, man, that's amazing, somebody's listening to my problems without trying to fix them, because that's our problem. Okay, but sometimes we just need to just be there for our friends or for our family without trying to fix the problem. It's just making them feel understood. So that's something that I want to tell you today. So we are going to crack on, and then if it's anyone else joining, amazing. So today I need you to still grabbing a pen and a notepad with you if you can. This call is recorded, but every time that you are coming and showing up to the call, you are just prioritizing that you are going to understand and you're going to improve your skill in regards to mindset for fitness. Okay, because sometimes you will say, "Okay, I will watch it later," but to be honest, you won't watch it. It's really, you will be less likely to watch it. So at the moment, if you're putting yourself right now, you're improving you will improve faster your results as well, because you are getting things and you're understanding things. So what we're going to cover today, it is about the growth mindset and understand the framework behind. How many of you are familiarized with growth mindset and fixed mindset? Can you just put on the chat box with a yes or no? Not really. Okay, amazing. Not sure. Because this is an amazing book that I would recommend you to listen to it on an audiobook. But I just want to know if you are familiarized with it or not. Okay, Giovanni as well. Isabel, if you can just let me know. But if you are doing something else, it's fine. But I just want to show what was the first type. So it's growth mindset versus the fixed mindset. And today I'm going to give you the framework of the growth mindset, because the growth mindset, it is this one, okay? Because sometimes we're going to have this type of problems. Hannah is saying that I think I know the difference. Oh, okay. Isabel is saying now. So perfect. So for example, here is a couple of common things that is going to be on our way of keeping the consistency and the motivation of our fitness plan. Like, for example, you will be likely to get off track. You will feel like you are lost. You know that sometimes you don't know how to keep moving forward. There will be a setback, that you will feel confused, you will feel frustrated, you will feel that you're not progressing, and say, what's the point of doing it? Other commitments, like, for example, relationships, maybe work, maybe your career, maybe, it's a family problem. Things can demand more of your time. Like, for example, even if we put an example of Hannah, which is a single mom, and Cillian is still being a little baby. You cannot control a baby for being annoying. It is part of being a baby. You need to be annoying for your parents. I was super annoying to the family that used to take care of me when I was living in different families. And then you will have this resistance of change, because here is something that I want you to write down, and it's really important. It is that ourselves is gonna create an internal resistance of changing, because for us, even though we might not have the outcome that we are looking for, our body is used to have the routine and the things that is making us comfortable. So sometimes when you want to improve your physique or you want to improve your nutrition or you want to keep getting, a better shape, your body is going to create a resistance because it doesn't want it. Your body doesn't like change. Your mind doesn't like changes. So for that reason, when you're moving a house, when you are even changing your car, when you are changing a job, or when you're changing from a country, like for example, me, when I moved from Madrid to Bristol, it was hard. I was scared. And it can happen that, and that's a normal thing that it can happen, and you need to get used to it. Hannah is saying Cillian is very annoying. Yeah, of course. He's a little, a little one. So yeah, 100%. White clean, exactly. You can do this as a podcast, all right? So at the moment, how many of you just type with a yes or a no, might feel sometimes that you are in one of them. Like for example, get off track. Sometimes you might get lost. Sometimes you might have a setback. You might feel confused. You might feel that you are not seeing results, that you're frustrated, that you feel stuck. Can you just type with a yes or no if you ever been in that position? I'm really curious. Giovanni is saying yes. Hannah is saying yes as well. Isabel is saying, yeah, of course. We are human, exactly. Daniel says, yes, I feel that. And today, for example, rather than anything else, and I feel that I want a burger. I feel you. I want an ice cream as well. I'm really badly want an ice cream. Yesterday, when I wanted to have an ice cream. And when I want an ice cream, I don't want a small ice cream. I want a liter of ice cream. I'm in love with ice cream, but it's been a while that I haven't had an ice cream. But it's totally fine. Okay, so I want you to write down or to remember and make a mental tattoo that it is part of the game to you to have this type of thinking and feelings. And that's good because that means that you are creating a different version of yourself. You are updating, you are creating a new version of you. And that's amazing, guys. If you are feeling those, that's good because you are getting out of the box. If you are not feeling any of those, you need to worry about. Trust me, you need to worry because it's something wrong that you are doing. If you're not feeling any of these, bullet points that I'm giving you, you need to worry and you need to speak to me, Amir. I don't know what happened, but I'm not feeling confused. What's going on? You need to talk to me. That's something that you need to worry about. All right. And then I just need to guide you to put you on an education and say, okay, this is totally fine. All right. So now I will give you the framework. But before that, here's something that I need to share with you. And as well, this is your second mental tattoo that I need you to put into your brain. Okay. And to put that every single day as a reminder, which is mental health or mental fitness. Which one would you go for? Would you say that we as human beings, we are having mental health problems or we are having mental fitness problems? I'm really curious. You can say which one it is for you. It is mental health problems or is mental fitness problems that we are lacking of? I'm really curious to know that from you guys. So let's have a look. They say Daniel is saying mental fitness, Isabel is saying both, Mare is saying both. Giverny say I work in mental health, so I see both within myself and in my patients. Amazing. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making so interactive this because otherwise I feel weird. And yes, I would say so that is both of them. However, it is very likely for us to have mental health problems if we never have the opportunity to work our mental fitness. So when I want to have my kids, when I want to have my family, I want to teach them before even understanding math and understanding communication, whatever subject they have in high school, is to understand the emotions and the mental game that they need to play. And that's mental fitness, is understanding that being sad, feeling lonely, feeling depressed, feeling anxious is part of you being a human being. And it's totally fine. You don't need to worry or do like, oh my God, you know, I'm anxious today. I don't know what happens. I need to take a pill. Chill out. It's part of the game of you being a human. You need to experience as well sadness. You need to experience as well fear. It's totally fine. But that's a mental fitness. Is when you're understanding as well, when you're going to do squats or when you are, trying to have breakfast, it is a process, but also it is a lot of uncertainty when you're going to the gym, for example. And it is a lot of overcoming fear that you need to do in the gym. Like, for example, when you are putting a little bit more of weight, you are having that little fear. That happens to me until now after 10 years working out. So that's what I'm talking in regards to mental fitness. Of course, right now it is people for real that they're having mental health problems, and I totally feel for them. But I would say so that potentially they might not be in that position if their parents or school or university teach them how to manage their emotions and teach them that emotions, it is the black and white, it is the yin and yang, it is also the positive and the negative. It is not just happiness, and it is not just about pleasure. It is not about just all the success. It is also the failure. So that regards to mental fitness. So I think so we need to also condition our mental fitness, saying like we are conditioning ourselves in the gym, saying as we are conditioning ourselves with our food. We need to prioritize also feeling okay with the bad feelings. Like, for example, yesterday I was feeling so horrible, and I was feeling, in this position, say, my God, I feel like, I don't know even how to put that feeling, and that's totally fine too. You don't need to put a name to the feeling to make that a feeling, if that makes sense. So I was feeling weird. I was feeling a really uncomfortable situation. I was feeling really weak after having a really amazing time in the workshop. It's interesting. And then I pop out this video that I share as well with Maria. And he was talking about, like we are not used to feeling uncomfortable with our emotions. It's amazing when we are feeling happy and we want to say to everyone, we want to put a selfie, we want to put it on Facebook and Instagram, we want to tell to as many people as possible how happy we are. But as soon as we are feeling sad, as soon as we're feeling lonely, as soon as we're having anxious, as soon as we want to binge eat, as soon as we have emotional eating problems, or we are just have fear about life and what is coming up for us next, we panic and we want to just trying to fix it as quick as possible. But how about if you just sit down with that feeling like I did yesterday? Instead of me going dancing, I say, okay, I will switch off everything. I will put the lights off, and I just gonna allow this feeling to be and to be in my body and to feel uncomfortable feeling that fucking feeling, because it's not nice to have that feeling. It's not fucking nice for me, because I'm used to be the person that is smiling. I'm used to the person that is being positive to others. I'm used to the person that it has to be motivating others and is the perfect Emir. So no, fuck no. I'm a human being. I can feel that. I can have fear about the future. I can have fear about anything. Why not? So that's what I want to tell you today. That's super important to you to understand before giving you the framework. How many of you are saying yes to now at least aiming to work your mental fitness too? Do you put a yes or a no? How many of you feel me saying this? So Daniel is saying yes, Giron is saying yes, Isabel is saying yes, Maria, yes, I feel you sometimes. Exactly. Okay, guys, so please, please, please make sure that you are getting okay with those feelings, because when you are getting okay, they don't control you. And if you fail, perfect. You stand up again. You know how many times I failed before me being consistent and to be aware of how amazing makes me feel to go to the gym? Took me times, took me so many years. Today I'm being editing one of the videos 4 years ago. The change, and I remember putting on my backpack so heavy. I was putting like 4 meals, 5 meals, and my books, and going to the library after work, and then after the full experience that I was doing in the volunteering work at the gym. And I said, my God, Emir, you've been doing all that? So what I'm telling you is that sometimes we just need to reflect a little bit and to be comfortable with the negative feelings. It's totally fine. All right. So now let's go to the next one, which is the framework. So the framework is super simple. The framework, it works like that. Okay. And you will have 4 tools, which is the first one. Every time that you feel that you're off track, all right, and that you need help, you can do this framework that is going to help you to just dilute, okay, break down the problem into an easier way, which is remind yourself always about the growth mindset, which is the mindset fitness. So in this one, you can do these 4 steps, which is the first one is the 5 minutes action, which means, okay, what it can be 5 minutes, the only thing that I can do it is 5 minutes only, and just focus on that. No, don't focus that you need to do an hour workout, a 30 minutes workout. If you can just do even 5 minutes of stretching instead of the workout, then you are telling yourself that you are keeping the consistency. See? So then the second one, it is about, can I change my environment? Maybe I need to do a group class today rather than a workout on my own. Maybe I need to change the gym and work out with a friend. So you need to start creating that kind of like environment where you are feeling that you are getting out of the box, which sometimes that is going to be one of the things. Sometimes we are not comfortable feeling bored, if that makes sense. We are not comfortable just doing the same thing. We want to have something different. So you can change your environment. So the first one is the 5 minutes action. See, 5 minutes is more than enough. Then once you are doing the 5 minutes, that it can become 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because you are not putting a hard task. You are avoiding the pain in some way because it's just 5 minutes. So just tell to yourself, okay, I will do it for 5 minutes. And if I want to do more, perfect. And if I want to stop, you stop it. But that works for me a lot of times, okay? When I don't want to go to the gym and I say, okay, I will go for 5 minutes. Or will start getting ready. And if after getting ready and putting my gym clothes, I don't want to go, I don't go. That's totally fine too. So you can just play that 5-minute rule. And this also can be applied when you want to have emotional eating or when you want to binge eat. You can just say, okay, I want to really badly, I want to have this burger. You can have the burger, by the way. You can have the ice cream. But you can just say, okay, I will wait 5 minutes and then I will have that. And if I wanted to have it after 5 minutes, I go for it. See? Then the second one is change the environment. So trying to just write down on a piece of paper what it can be the potential changing of environment that you can do to you to stick to your plan. Okay, and if you don't understand any of this, just let me know. Let me know, okay? So at the moment, Daniel is saying understood. Perfect. So the number 3 is about getting support. So that's myself, that's the WhatsApp group, that's the Mindset app library, and that's also you asking friends that they are a little bit more about you. That's totally fine. But please don't go to Google or please don't go to YouTube to trying to get support about something that I can help you. See, because I got data about you. I know you. Okay, I know everything about you based on fitness. So it's better to you to get support from me. See? And then the number 4 is about learning from it. So what you can learn about you feeling that you're off track. This is super powerful if you ask in this way. What can I learn from this? Or well, what can I learn from me feeling that I am off track or that I am getting lost or that I am confused? And we are coming back to this one, okay? Any of those feelings or any other extra feelings that you might have, how can you learn from it? Because it's giving you a learning tool and it's giving you one more tool to you to put on your toolbox, because that's the aim of you having a problem, is to understand that you are going to have a new tool to you to work with. Okay, and then what could you change in the future as well? What it can be different to you to not get triggered, to you to not go to the gym, or to you to not have breakfast, or to you to skip your lunch, or to you to not have dinner, or to you to binge eat. Like, for example, something that I did yesterday was doing 15 minutes of yoga and then doing my meditation and then going to bed at 8 p.m. rather than 10 p.m. That is my usual bedtime. So I slept like 9 hours, but still waking up in the same time, but I went earlier to bed. I was feeling fucking amazing today. Totally different from yesterday. So now I'm learning that if I'm feeling in the exactly same way as yesterday, I can try at least to put into action those 3 tools. Is it making sense, guys, so far? You can put a yes or a no so far. I'm very curious. So Giverny is saying yes, Daniel, yes. Isabel is saying yes. Hannah is saying makes sense. Perfect. Okay, so that's super important. See, my guys. So trying just to use any of these four. And remember, everything is not about perfection. It's just doing the intention. That's something that I need to always remember you. Now you have this workbook that I will share with you as well on a PDF. So then you can just put this into a problem that you might have. So you need to write it down, the goal that you have, where you want to be, okay, where you want to go. Okay, this is my goal. Then what skill do I need? So for example, your goal is getting off of emotional eating. What is the skills that you need to have in order to you to fight the emotional eating? Okay, I need to understand how to process my emotions or how to process my thinking. You need to go to the root, and the root is going to be done by you having a skill, because a skill is the confidence to you to deal with the problem or to you to understand how to get into the goal, into the outcome. So do you see the ability or capacity that you need to achieve your goal? So if you want to have more confidence, you need to be able to have the ability or capacity to do it. That's what literally confidence means. If you are not feeling that you are unconfident in a certain area, is because you are not able to do it or to talk about it. Make sense? Then practice. What it will be the little practice that you want to do that you can break down that into a daily action. So like, for example, let's put here, okay, emotional eating. You're going to put the skill is, you know, that you need to work on understanding your emotional intelligence or your mindset fitness, and you need to learn about that, and I can help you, can give you some resources. The practice, something that you need to build to do the skill. So you need to read the book, or you need to listen to the audiobook, or you need to do journaling. Is many tools that it can help you with emotional eating. And then the daily action. Maybe you need to do 5 minutes of reading, 5 minutes of you writing things down about any thought that is coming to your mind. And that's how you break down a big problem into an actionable step-by-step process. There you go. How many of you might think that is kind of like a step-by-step workbook can work for you? Just put a yes or no. I'm really curious about that. And I haven't still having my dinner, but I'm really curious. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Then you say, cool. Yes, I would like a workbook. Yes, I want to put it in the WhatsApp group, the PDF, so then you can work on that. But this is it so far, guys, okay? Short and sweet today, but this is the framework. And now, any questions that you might have, either from today presentation or from anything else, we're going to have 5 minutes before wrapping up, okay?